Would you please bring them in here?
Sure, Mrs. Devereux.
Thank you.
Hi, Ma, where are you going?
Down to the boardwalk. I like to sit and watch the old guys rearrange themselves when they come out of the war. Where are you going?
I'm off to the rummage sale. Would you like a ride?
It's not hurting it at the moment, but I'm double jointed.
That's very interesting.
Dr. Ashley, the reason we came to the counseling center is that we're roommates and we've been having problems at home that we need to work out.
Before we get to the...
I took several art courses in college, and I've also substituted in art appreciation classes in the public school system. Huh?
Mr. Allen, Dorothy was telling you about her background.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted. It's not every day a man comes home with...
To Norway, so naturally it seemed like it would be in their best interest to band together. Oh, boy, was that a mistake. You see, they couldn't agree on what to do with the herring.
Oh, well, that's understandable. I mean, the possibilities are overwhelming.
Exactly. The Johansons wanted to pickle life.
Which makes you the most pathetic human being on this planet. Well, I love Elvis.
Oh, Blanche, I would be honored if you would be the first member of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love fan club.
I graciously accept and promise to do a good job as president.
Honey, that took a lot of courage.
You all right?
No! This is the worst day of my life.
Oh, come on, honey, it's not that bad.
I made a
Because there was so much pain, I didn't think it would ever go away. But it did. And it will again. We get through it. We go on. When it comes right down to it, what other choice do we have? It could have been a lot worse. I could have missed these last 3 years. Dorothy, are you all...
Boy, can you tell a story?
I'm starved. Come on, let's make dinner. Come on, dinny dog.
Oh, well, I'm not really all that hungry.
I forgot all about him.
Yeah, well, you go on in there. Getting a guard dog was your idea.
I'm afraid of large dogs. When I was 3, I was attacked by a cocker.
They laugh, they sing, they slam down a few Boilermakers. Shortly afterwards, he's arrested for showing her how he can hold his palate without using his hands. But I digress. But you grew up in the country. David's a city boy.
Oh, what now? Blanche, come on. I'm from New York. I did chores. I made the beds, I washed the dishes, scoured the pots, cleaned the bathroom, folded the laundry, took out the garbage.
My, did you attend a military school? No, she lived with me. Oh, girls.
Well, what's the matter? Where's David?
I don't know where he is. He wasn't on the plane. Come on, Dorothy. I'll help you move your things back to your room.
Oh, please, come on, Blanche. Now, calm down, calm down. He probably missed the plane. It can happen to anyone.
I missed a plane once.
Wrong, isn't there?
Dorothy, sit down.
Something happened to Ma. I know something happened to Ma. I leave for 3 days and something horrible has happened to Ma.
Well, I'm back from my walk to the mailbox. Tomorrow the corner.
Oh, Ma, thank God you're all right.
You've been with a man, haven't you?
The world's fastest human being.
Dominic Tanzi.
It says Jesse Owens here.
Trust me, it was Dominic Tanzi. He got 4 women pregnant in one night. 2 in New York, 2 in New Jersey. Girls, I am so excited. I am finally going to do something you've heard me talk about doing for years. Sophia! Rose, what are you doing in the bathroom?
Ma, this is the kitchen.
Oh, boy, if this is the kitchen, I'm poaching an egg in the toilet.
It's twice as dangerous. Her jewelry was mute testimony that Charlie Chaplin wasn't the only tramp who hit it big in this town.
You do this on first dates, don't you, Dorothy? Does this mean you'll go?
Of course we'll go.
Oh, sure.
See, who's buying?
Pulse or pressure?
Pressure. 140/80.
130/80.
120/70. Your treat, Esther. And I'd stay away from the sausage if I were you. Sophia, would you like to come to my art class today? Did you talk Murray Shumowitz into posing naked yet?
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right, Dorothy. Not everybody likes him. But boy, Miles has just disappeared. Have you seen him?
Maybe I will have a herringbone.
What about Miles?
And one for later. Oh, Ma, I've done something terrible. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did.
It's like making love in an airplane lavatory. Well, you know it's wrong because the guy you're with really should be at the controls. Well, it's just an example. Who are you to judge me?
Here's a good idea, Blanche. If you really want to be safe, why don't you let us come with you?
Okay, you can all come, but you have to promise me you won't do anything to embarrass me.
I promise.
Oh, I promise.
I'll try, but if they serve me cauliflower, it's in God's hands.
Dear Rose, just wanted to let you know baby arrived safely. He was really happy to be back on the farm. His last 36 hours on this good earth were...
What? What?
Baby died. Poor baby.
Tomorrow I am going to a scalper and I'm going to buy 4 tickets.
You better make that 3. My final exam is that night.
Oh, honey, it's too bad.
Oh, well, what difference does it make? My social life's gone down the drain anyway. All I ever do is study. You know, it cannot be good for you. It's unnatural. It's unhealthy. It's unloving.
The family plot. He never should have married her. She hates all of us.
Not true. She hates you. Oh, Ma, don't you think this feud between you and Angela has gone on long enough?
It's 26 years. In Sicily, that's not a feud. In Sicily, people scream at each other for centuries, and they throw pasta at each other.
I think he's been very unfair. We really ought to all stop going, then he'd have no sculpture.
It would serve him right.
Yes, it would.
Well, all right then, girls, let's make a pact. None of us will go back. And we'll seal it by both of you giving me your keys, and I'll keep all 3 of them safe in my hope chest.
And how do we know that you and your hope chest won't...
Boom, 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 Mr. Simon, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him tulips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
Hearing from my attorney. He's all yours. Enjoy.
You're not Stephen.
I'm over here, Blanche.
Oh. Sorry.
Hi, girls. Hi, Rose. Oh, Blanche, remember a few days ago when I said your car was making a funny kind of a noise sometimes?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's making it all the time now.
Oh, it's nothing serious, I'm sure.
Maybe it's not the flu. Flu doesn't last that long.
You ought to go back to Dr. Raymond.
I did, Blanche. He said I'm fine.
Get a second opinion.
She did. She went to Dr. Schlesinger.
Well, then, you are fine. Now, you want to hear my idea?
She is not fine, Blanche. Look at her.
I didn't say she looks fine.
Really want to put this on a childish level of name-calling?
Yes.
So do I.
Traitor.
Tramp.
Backstabber.
Homewrecker.
Indian giver. I'm sorry, I just got caught up in the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention.
Not Lebanese, Blanche. Lesbian.
Lesbian. Lesbian. Lesbian.
No, Dorothy. But I was hoping you'd have a hard time taking advantage of somebody who cares about you as much as I do.
I need help, Rose. Oh, God, I hate the lying.
Dorothy, I lied to you, too. You could never have used that bank card.
All right, you twisted my arm.
It's good.
It's delicious.
It's garbage.
No, what are you talking about?
You can't fool me. I watched your faces. Neither one of you got the look.
What look?
The look that every cook knows and dreams.
It was you girls. Yes, you just let me carry on and be crazy, and you were right there through it all.
We live here.
You were caring and supportive, and I want to thank you for it. I'm really lucky to have friends like you. Oh, the little rats are still here.
Yeah, the animal people are coming for them tomorrow.
No, they aren't.
First house. Well, scoff if you must, but it was warm and toasty. I'll never forget Charlie throwing me over his shoulder and dashing across the threshold. Oh, it was a beautiful place. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Then 2 bedrooms and 1 bath.
Or not, I am his son.
He served in Korea.
Really?
Army captain. Decorated for bravery. But not before he graduated top of his class at Vanderbilt.
Hey.
From Miami.
You know, I think I will take a slice of cake. Hello.
Uncle Angelo, I'd like you to meet,
I'm Sister Rose.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Sister Blanche.
Nice to meet you, Sister Blanche.
We're here collecting lingerie.
Are we home yet?
My, oh my, oh my. Just look at all the other places to be.
I mean, it is amazing, isn't it? How, with a few carefully chosen words, a poet can convey the immediacy of a specific...
Rose, I was just thinking about you.
Really?
Yeah, my hand was throbbing.
I brought you a Vanscap caca. It's a traditional St. Olaf friendship cake.
Rose, I don't want any gifts from you. I mean, I really don't want to have anything to do with you.
Anyway, when Charlie told them that we were going to get married, they forbade it. They said they'd disown him if he married a
Kurt Kleckner by him.
Right. And he'd lose his share of the family tile grout fortune. He didn't care. He told them...
I gave you, does it say cream chip beef and Polish sausage are okay to eat? Leonard, you're 5 feet 6 inches, you weigh 300 pounds. What do you mean you can carry it? Beacons couldn't carry it. Okay, make an appointment for tomorrow. Come by the office, we'll talk about it. Right. Yeah, goodbye.
We are gathered here today to join this man and this woman in matrimony.
I just love weddings. Oh, me too, me too.
You think you'll ever get married again?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Me neither. How about you, Blanche?
Oh, absolutely. If the right man ever came along, of course he'd have to have the...
Hope to think he could be just as dopey at 82.
So, do you want to get a divorce?
Hey, I'm Catholic. I don't need a divorce on my record with St. Peter in spitting distance. I say we get separated.
Fine. That's a better idea.
Reason being, you don't pay any.
I told you she'd throw it in our face.
And speaking of complaints, what about that out-of-control housewarming party that kept all the other tenants awake until dawn? The one I was not invited to?
That wasn't a party, that was a quiet dinner for 2.
Hi there. Oh, please, now we have a real problem. Sophia is missing, and you are my last hope. I've already tried calling Sicily's Department of Missing Persons. They just laughed at me.
You call missing persons in Sicily? You got it wrong. You call them to lose somebody.
But what should I do? Do you know any...
Yes, it's a beautiful sports car you've always dreamed of. Retail price $23,000. Now, Dorothy, Blanche, Willard, and Fred, it's time to see what you did pick. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready, yes, we're ready.
Because have I got something for you? A brand...
Something what?
Oh, come on. Now, what is going on? Why are you guys on this sudden exercise kick?
The Harlan twins have asked Rose and me to spend next weekend with them.
Cruising in the Bahamas. Oh, so you're trying to lose weight.
Oh, more than lose weight, Dorothy. We're giving ourselves a total makeover.
She melted into
Where exactly are your loins?
Rose, it doesn't matter. Just listen. She melted into his arms, faint now with the animal musk of him.
I didn't know people had loins. I've heard a loin of pork.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the severe storm front that is passing through the area, all flights in and out of Miami International Airport have been canceled until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Have a Merry Christmas.
Sorry.
Now try the veal piccata. You'll weep.
Sophia, very sweet.
We're backers of Howard the Duck.
Going somewhere for Christmas?
Well, yes, I am. I'm going home to see my family.
Oh, gee, I wish I was going somewhere for Christmas. But my family disowned me. They're embarrassed because I'm an artist.
Well, M-I-A-M-I doesn't spell Miami Beach. That spells Miami.
I told you not to add beach. Oh, fine, fine. You find something to rhyme with Miami, hotshot.
Mammy. Whammy, clammy, Alabama, hootenanny, salami.
To be tied to a tree covered in honey and have a family of grizzlies lick it off. Why do I torture myself like this? Girls, wait for me!
First come in.
I remember spending that quality wharf time with my grandma.
Oh, and guess what? Grandma gave me a new nickname to call her in front of the Navy.
What was that?
Sis.
Sis? Well, she calls her other grandmother I just feel like such a fool. I would give up everything that I ever thought meant anything to me if I could have one moment with you. I don't know if love can help.
Turn out to be the most in love. That was certainly the case with Ollie Neufstetlermeyer and Molly Jane Doe.
Ollie and Molly? Must we take yet another trip to Petticoat Junction?
Ollie was the mayor and our town's most respected citizen. He was also artistic.
Syria. My canasta club gives this hospital's jello 3 stars.
Excuse me, are you the ladies who came in with Mrs. Nyland?
Yes, we are.
I'm Dr. Wallerstein. I've been treating her since she was brought in.
Oh, Dorothy, she's gonna be all right. Her doctor's a Jew.
Afternoon.
No, it's true. This is my teacher. He's been coaching me in the evenings.
I see. And is there anything else that you feel we're entitled to know before we kiss you and the $3,000 goodbye?
You'll get your money back. I'm gonna fight tomorrow. I need that purse in case I get injured.
Besides, I believe there's no return clause on fighters. Unless you're Robin Givens.
Ma, this isn't making any sense.
It's all legit. I checked it out.
Well, look, if you don't mind, we're going to make a few phone calls of our own in the morning to try to find out what this is all about. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous.
Fine. Wisdom from the Human Torch.
Listen. Rose, if he really means that much to you, and he feels the same way, things will happen naturally.
Yeah, but if you don't want to wait, there are other avenues you can take. Embarrassed at you catching me and Swen like this. Of course, you should have seen us a few minutes ago. We were feeding each other.
Blanche, look, about those dates I can't...
Oh, honey, forget all about that. I know I have.
Blanche, can I call you later?
What? Oh, sure, if you want to.
I was talking to Edith's daughter after the funeral. She had flown in from San Francisco. She kept telling me how bad she felt that she hadn't seen her mother in over a year.
Well, it's hard to stay close to someone when they live clear across the country.
Yeah, well, I live in the same house with my mother, and yet we spend very little...
Something terrible has happened.
Gee, and everything was going so well up until now.
Look at these programs. Bob Hope's name is still on them.
How did that happen? Who's in charge of the programs?
I forgot. I guess I figured he was going to come.
We have to make an announcement, refund everybody's money.
Oh, and I guess now is as good a time as any.
St. Olaf. I got work to do.
Oh, Ma, I moved some of your things into my room.
Why'd you do that?
Well, Blanche's daughter arrives today. You're going to have to sleep with me.
Let me respond to that proposition the way your dates do. No thanks, I'll call you sometime. Okay, girls. How do I...
Thank you guys for everything.
Don't you be a stranger now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll come back tomorrow and get the rest of my stuff.
Keep us posted. Let us know how you're doing.
Don't forget, Tuesday we have mime class.
Mime class?
Well, I know he wants to get remarried, and our relationship is getting much more serious, and he just asked me to dinner to talk about something important. Believe me, he's going to ask me to marry him.
And how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I like him a lot, but...
Great. Welcome aboard.
Well, she seems like a nice person. Where's she from?
I don't know.
Is she a beach person?
I don't know.
How long have you lived together?
About a year.
Really?
Look, Rose, we all kind of go our separate ways.
Drop dead.
Blanche, whatever happened to getting beyond your ego?
My ego has nothing to do with it. These drawings are brilliant.
Blanche, I have lived with these characters all my life, and I'm the one to determine if your drawings are brilliant, and that one needs work.
What's wrong with it?
Well, you forgot Melvin the Loneliest Sea Otter.
Regal and dignified and upscale. And 50% off. Dr. Rosenzweig over-ordered on the Vixen 3 model.
Blanche, are you sure you're not being a bit silly?
Why?
Let me tell you something. When I was a schoolgirl, Congratulations, Madam President.
Blanche, why did you say that? You didn't really sleep with Elvis Presley.
Dorothy, back where I come from, there were a lot of hillbilly boys with mutton chop sideburns named Elvis. The light was bad in the bayou. It could have happened.
Blanche, you never slept with Elvis Presley.
Meet eligible men at galleries. Why don't you come with me?
Can I come too, Blanche?
Oh, sure. I think it's going to be a great show. It's featuring the work of Mr. Jasper de Kimmel. You ever heard of him?
I'm not sure. Has he ever done anything in velvet?
Jasper de Kimmel's art hangs in museums all over the country. A bunch. Is everybody thinking what I'm thinking?
That was a really mean thing to say.
As a general rule, Rose, you should not be the first to answer.
The other great Southern writers like, all those that are so famous they need not be mentioned. Oh, girls, it's going to be so exciting. I am going to make a fortune. And I won't even have to use my imagination. My life is a romance novel.
You'll afterglow.
So let's see if I've got this straight. You and this Max Weinstock were...
Getting it on.
Thank you.
If you're going to write that down, make it 3 times a night. He'd like that.
The page. I had to take a Dramamine to get through chapter 3.
Blanche, the waves are a metaphor. You see, a metaphor...
I know what a metaphor is, dear. I'm not a dummy.
Blanche, what's a metaphor?
It's when you watch, but there's nothing we can do. It's her daughter. It's her choice. It's like something that happened back in St. Olaf.
Oh, Rose, stop. Rose, why is it when any one of us makes an observation, the first thing we hear from you is back in St. Olaf? Did it ever occur to you that we might be sick and tired of hearing back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf? You can put the luggage right there would be fine, too.
Girls, this room looks nothing like the pictures in the brochure.
Oh, this room isn't good enough for you?
Well, not for $100 a night.
Well, that's good. Safety first.
To make matters worse, the sex was incredible. Well, when she puts it that way, it's so hard to resist. Finished. I have graded the last paper.
D-. You're going to give the oil.
Good morning, ladies, and welcome to our show. I'm Guy Corbin, and this morning I've arranged something especially for you. Fresh ground coffee and prune Danish. Tiffany, why don't you tell them all about it right now?
Got it.
Well, I guess that about does it. All the food is gone.
Except the fruitcake. I don't get it. There's more now than when we started.
It has a winky.
A winky?
That's the scientific term for it when it's little.
But the baby isn't wet.
Well, we'll change it anyway. Here you go.
Here I go?
The best time to change the diapers when there's nothing in it.
I'll do it.
On the wall here.
What about it?
Well, Dorothy knows a great deal about it. She studied in Rome and she lectured in Paris, and she has a very keen eye for color and light and form. She's always the first one to compliment me on my wardrobe.
Obviously, Blanche thinks very highly of you.
Yeah, she's dropping off my resume at the Vatican. Let's just say she's been around the block.
Here we go, James. Let's put the pedal to the metal.
I can't believe anything that beautiful is so cheap.
To him and that souped-up old Studebaker, racing out toward bio country, where Deck knew this justice of the peace who specialized in marrying stupid teenage girls from well-to-do families. Now, lucky for me, old man Montgomery had been in the Rexall that day and overheard us making our plans and tipped off you and Daddy. You know, to this day, I don't know how you all got...
What, Tess?
I didn't know you weren't supposed to cut them out. I never felt so rejected in my life. Until now.
Boy, this personals idea was really a mistake.
There must be something we can do.
I think we've done quite enough already, Blanche.
I have an idea. I'm gonna set her...
Ma, I'm sorry to interrupt this flag-waving psychotic tribute to our country, but I think you need a hearing aid.
Oh, please, I have the hearing of a Springer Spaniel.
Look, Ma, I am concerned. You're my mother. Can't you just check it out, please?
Trapped in a seething cauldron of forbidden passion for his gorgeous sister-in-law. There were nights when he actually bayed at the moon. But he finally realized that I was totally committed to George, so he...
I want you to know how grateful we are that you are seeing us at this time.
Did I sit down? Have I sat down yet?
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, am I this short? My God, you two are like a couple of redwoods.
We are gathered here today to join this man and this woman in matrimony.
I just love weddings.
Oh, me too, me too.
You think you'll ever get married again?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Me neither. How about you, Blanche?
Oh, absolutely. If the right man ever came along, of course he'd have to have the...
Busty.
It sure is, Biff.
It makes me want to kiss you, Josie.
Oh, mind your manners, Biff. While we at the 4th of July picnic, the whole town is here.
To hell with this town. Come away with me.
But you're a drifter, Biff. I can't just pull up stakes and run off. No, I know. But, oh, I'm gonna miss you, honey. Oh, I'm gonna miss you.
I just love to watch you. Whoa!
Girls, I just realized we're about to go through the Zumbo Falls Tunnel.
Rose, honey, listen. There's something we want to tell you.
Not now. We could be in trouble. People have been known to vanish off the face of the earth when they go through that tunnel.
Honey, that's just ridiculous.
Hold on, here we go.
Rose, listen, it's about your biography.
I'd be able to help Peppy, too.
Yeah, you can be a constant reminder of what might happen if you spar without headgear.
I mean, I might be able to help him with this. Hey, my name is Anna. My husband's name is Ed. We come from Andalusia and we sell antlers. This is ridiculous. The important thing is that we got our money.
These are letters he wrote me. They're personal. I wouldn't normally have another person read them, but they explain everything better than I ever could. I'm sorry, Blanche. I know this comes as a surprise.
Look, it all sounded suspicious, but I couldn't quite piece it together.
Rose, you nitwit. That means the guy was probably on the take.
Oh, I told you everything would be fine, Ma.
Hey, I have an idea. Let's have a getting out of prison party. See, everybody can pretend they've been time, but I always thought this part of my life was supposed to be for me.
Honey, I understand exactly how you feel. I feel the same way. You know, at our age, we should be grandmothers, not mothers. Once a week, the grandchildren come over for a visit. You cook them dinner, they spill it on the furniture. They hide under your...
Our city's homeless.
We're screwed.
I thought it would be fun.
Well, have yourself a good time and try not to overdo it.
Blanche, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just that these things can be a little strenuous for a woman of your years.
Who am I, Mamie Eisenhower?
Yeah, except for one thing. Dreyfus came home this afternoon.
Holy cow!
Well, don't worry, just take that dog back to the pet shop.
I can't. The pet shop's closed till Monday.
I mean, really, like a goddess who likes to go bar hopping.
So what do you say, Blanche? Go out with me again?
I don't know. I do hate breaking in widowers.
Actually, I feel more like a schoolboy.
Mom, dinner was delicious.
Oh, it certainly was. You must have spent all day in that kitchen.
Oh, no, it's a simple recipe. You just take some mashed potatoes and mixed vegetables and ground lamb and throw them all together. Where we come from, it's called shepherd's pie.
Where I come from, it's called garbage.
I really think you're old.
Dorothy, how's the show going?
Terrible, but better than 30-something.
5, 4, 3, 2. Wasn't that fun, boys and girls?
Oh, hit the battle. Hit the battle. Not what it is, or my name isn't Sophia Petrillo. Oh, yeah. Maybe the doctor is right. Maybe I do need all 3 pills a day.
Dorothy will never tell her.
Tell her what?
The secret that I don't know.
Make me laugh.
All right, here we go. It seems there was this doctor.
It seems there was? What is this, existentialist humor? Was there a doctor or wasn't there?
Yes, there was this doctor. He's sitting in the park.
What time of year is it?
What difference does it make?
You have to set the scene.
Who is telling this joke?
At the moment.
Alone, in the middle of the ocean, on a ship, in a stateroom, with a bed. Oh, I don't know what to do. I haven't been with a man
in that special way since Charlie died.
Get out of here.
Rose, I'll get you another one.
Girls, I've got some bad news. I couldn't get Mrs. Claxton to sign the petition.
Oh, no, and that tree's on her property.
If she doesn't support the petition, the city will chop that tree down for sure.
I know it doesn't make any sense. Why would she want to cut down that gorgeous to
It's about showing her daughter her will. Well, Dorothy, she ought to be, because wills make people do crazy things.
Like what, Blanche?
Like killing people. Do you know what they just uncovered in the Duncan Osgood murder case? That the day before she was murdered, Tippy Paxton Osgood had changed her will, making Duncan the sole heir to the Paxton napkin.
What? Oh my God. Yes, all right.
What is it?
It's Mario's uncle. Mario has run away.
Oh, no. Well, where would he go?
Well, there's only one place I can think of. I'm going to get dressed and go.
Oh, wait a minute. We'll go with you, Dorothy.
Bang in the middle of his face.
Well, I like this nose. I think I'm going to get it.
What are you getting?
I'm picking out the kind of face I want to show the plastic surgeon tomorrow. See, I want to get Linda Evans's eyes, and Lena Horne's cheekbones, and Cheryl Teague's nose, and Carol Burnett's chin.
I think you can get that chin through a catalog. Cats next month.
And the kid, is he an actor too?
Yes. Or maybe you've seen him in the Burger City commercial.
Are you the little boy who jumps for joy when you get 2 hamburgers for the price of 1? You stunk! Let's go home.
Trying to convince myself I was happy. I guess I'm really lonely. Oh, Gloria. I understand. Oh, I know you understand, Dorothy. That's why I came to you. I'm miserable with no prospects.
I love you, pussycat.
This is more moving than Susan Hayward's climactic speech, and I want to live.
You're ready to fly.
Hi. I've come to pick up my brother. Well, if it isn't Mrs. Caligula. Come on in and pull up a whip.
You two have a lot of explaining to do.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I told them we're married.
Your lady.
A date in 3 months, but I just don't know what to do. I adore Arnie. He's the sweetest man in the world and very special to me, and it'll be hard not to, because I like him so much, and since we're going away for the weekend, and since we already have, if I don't, then he'll think I don't like him anymore, and I do, so maybe I will, but I don't know.
Oh, poor Blanche.
Blanche, I know you need some time to think it over.
You're damn right I do. We're talking about a vital organ in my body here.
I know.
You gonna give it to her or not?
Girls, quick. I need some advice.
Wear half as much makeup and twice as much underwear. Take it as a standing recommendation.
Sophia, I need advice on these earrings. Are they dressy enough for a really nice dinner?
Oh, Blanche, don't tell me you're seeing Tom Gallagher again.
No, I'm not. I'm seeing that man I told you about.
You electric skillet! An electric skillet. It's from Fry Quick. It not only fries, it boils, it bakes, it simmers.
It stinks.
My apologies to the Fry Quick Corporation. But Green Team, we're not finished with you yet.
Blood. 40% off? Oh, you bet she's easy. Sure, Dorothy will love that. Okay, Frank. I'll set it up. Gotta go.
Who is that?
A florist. Guess who just got a terrific deal?
Really am. No, at first I wanted to give up, to die, truly. Only time I ever felt worse was when George died. But then I had the kids with me, and I pulled through it. This time I thought, well, this is my last chance. This is my last hope for happiness. I just thought I'd never feel good again.
How long is this story? I'm 80. I have to plan.
Do you have any idea how much that hurts? Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Orbison.
It was in the shower. Sophia, honey, where have you been? I thought you were taking a nap.
I went to the video store.
Ma, I told you where I'd go.
Forget it. The last time you brought back 7 brides for 7 brothers. You know how disappointed I was about how nice you were to my brother and how proud I am to have such a sweet person as my friend. Now I can't say it.
Well, sure you can.
No, I can't. You just ruined it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I forgive you, Rose. See.
They're both imposters. Run, Ma, run.
Dorothy?
Do you see what you've done? You've upset Kim Von Toy.
Rose! Dorothy, she's not kidding.
Oh, my God, somebody get help!
Rose.
Clyde, Charlie's Angels.
I have been told I bear a striking resemblance to Miss Cheryl Ladd. Although my bosoms are perkier.
Not even if you were hanging upside down on a...
Stuffed?
This is so exciting. This is so depressing. Oh, it's Saturday night. I'm all nervous and jumpy because in a few hours there'll be a handsome new toilet at my door.
What's going on here? I walk into the bathroom, and instead of a toilet, there's a hole in the ground.
I just love weddings. Oh, me too, me too.
You think you'll ever get married again?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Me neither. How about you, Blanche?
Oh, absolutely. If the right man ever came along, of course he'd have to have the body of a Mr. Mel Gibson, the personality of a Mr. Johnny Carson, and the financial resources of Mr.
I can carry a book. It's a free country. Even the Statue of Liberty carries a book.
You were driving again.
Who says?
This phone book is still warm. You were sitting on it so you could see over the steering wheel.
You know me, safety first. You stole my car. Only
Zbornak and his ex-wife, Dorothy Zbornak.
Dorothy, that's your picture.
Oh, no. Oh, look, they put those little wiggly antennas on our heads. What am I going to do? How am I going to face people? I told Stan I didn't want that building. I didn't care about...
And then living in Hollandsworth Manor?
Wait a minute. How did you know that I was a Brooklyn Italian?
Oh, that's how Blanche refers to you in her letters.
Yes, she must be punished.
Dorothy, I believe this is the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship.
What'd you expect, Rose? I hardly think they have a Christmas club.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Devereaux. We have an appointment with Dr. Manning.
Right, he'll be with you in just a few minutes. Why don't you have a seat and I'll call you when he's ready.
You go. The bowling tournament is tomorrow. Now, we need the practice.
Always practiced enough. Every morning before work, every evening after work. All I ever wanted was to look cute in my bowling outfit.
Hey, aren't you forgetting something? Rose dumped you.
That's right, she did. I hate being dumped.
Hands down, Rose. I was going to say that since we all had such a bad day, let's all go out for dinner. It's on me.
Oh, that sounds great.
I'll go get my purse.
Wow, dinner out with the girls. Oh, let's really get crazy. We'll eat Chinese and use forks. I know. We'll pretend it's one of our birthdays.
At ease, Rose. Come on, honey. Why don't you get some sleep?
I can't.
You want to talk about it?
I can't do that either.
Here you are. I just spent 5 minutes telling your bathroom door that everything's going to be fine between...
Look,
Here's where you can reach me. Call me if you can work things out. I'll be there until showtime.
Fine. One more thing.
What's that?
Could you leave by the back door?
Oh. And without Hare Krishnas asking for money. There were people everywhere, rushing off to catch trains, sitting on benches, browsing in the souvenir shop.
The souvenir shop?
Well, of course, Blanche. They were all buying T-shirts. You know, the ones that say, "Today is the first day of the end of your life."
I cannot take this another minute.
Oh my God, it's Myra.
This is who you've been scared of?
So you're Myra. Watch out, she's dangerous. Oh, I'm shaking.
You get that too?
Blanche, would you mind? You're closer to the knife drawer.
One summer when I was a little girl, Henrietta, our pig, gave birth to a litter of 6. And the next day, my father won the annual St. Olaf watermelon seed spitting contest.
What?
My sister's dying.
What? Dying. She's dying.
Oh my God, Blanche! I didn't even know you were sick.
Not Blanche, her sister.
Oh, thank God. The rebel. I wanted to see the world. That's why after high school I went to St. Gustav University to study Latin.
I didn't know you studied Latin.
First in my class. Orothy Day.
She feels.
And what about you? You think I'm terrible because I want my husband back?
Ex-husband, Dorothy. Ex-husband who left you and didn't even have the courtesy to tell you he was leaving. Ex-husband who married somebody half your age just 1 week after the divorce. Ex-husband who's getting married again tomorrow.
As I ran out of cash, I need to borrow $30.
$30? Michael, you're an adult. Do you really want to beg your mother for $30?
Fine. Forget it. You know, I hate this. Whenever I need money, you make me feel like I'm asking.
All right.
Hey, Blanche, I didn't see you. Listen.
Ernie, could you freshen my drink, please?
Oh, sure, Blanche. Look.
And put some extra ice cubes in it this time.
Something about themselves they'd like to change. The trick is getting beyond it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love to know what it feels like to be the center on the Boston Celtics. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with who I am.
Oh God, he gives me goosebumps when he talks like that.
Why don't I fix us all some coffee? Her pouty lips, her flaxen hair, her flawless alabaster skin. Her proud breasts seem to be saying, is it just me or is it cold in here?
So?
Pouty, flaxen, proud. What do you need, a photograph? This book is a... Fellas, now no need to rush off like this. It is my birthday. Who wants to be the first one to spank me? Boy, that turned out to be some evening, didn't it?
It sure did.
You know, from that night on, I learned to love surprise parties.
Will you come with me for moral support?
Oh, not tonight, Rose. No, I want to get to bed early, curl up with a good book.
That's all you ever do.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is, Dorothy. That's all you've done lately, and it's pathetic. What's even more pathetic is that I've been home to watch.
The first really wonderful guy I've met in a long time, and he turns out to have a more serious involvement.
With whom?
Am Dauber. The church. Or at least he did until he met me.
You know, you take the religious aspect out of this, and it's really quite romantic. A man giving up everything for the woman he loves, kind of like the
Night, Riviera.
Who cares, Rose? Did you and Arnie hit the sheets or not?
Dorothy!
Some women don't kiss and tell.
Oh, shoot, honey, that's half the fun.
What'd you tell him? I told him he should have dinner waiting for me. Not that I'm such a big fan of squirrel gumbo.
Ma, how do you expect to live together in the same house? You haven't even gotten there yet, and already you're fighting with him.
What? This is Little House on the Prairie? We're at each other's throats all the time. There were more fights here than at Caesar's Palace.
Nice doing business with you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, who was that?
Gas man.
Oh, it's so good to see you both home. We took good care of your plate, Blanche.
Oh, thanks. You know, I became a new person on this trip. I realized that when I get that way, all kinds of feelings tumbling all over themselves. Well, you know, you're not quite blue because you're not really sad, and although you're a little bit jealous, you wouldn't say you're green with envy, and every now and then you realize you're kind of scared, but you'd hardly call yourself yellow. I hate that feeling. I just hate it. And I hate the color magenta. Stunned. Stunned is the only way to describe how stunned I am.
Just a minute, Blanche. Are you trying to tell us that you are stunned?
Don't you make fun of me, Dorothy Spornak. I just saw the sign-up sheet down at the bowling alley. Rose Dunn.
The market's in Miami. If it was in Phoenix, I'd be going in the sun.
Now, Sophia, Rose asked a perfectly sensible question.
Am I the only one she caught by surprise?
Ma.
Rose, I'm going to buy a nectarine. I go to the market every day to buy a nectarine. At 82, that's life. A round trip on the number 6 bus to buy them.
I knew they could. That's because of all the discipline I taught them.
Baloney. It's because of the team spirit that I taught them.
You're both wrong. It was the statue of Mussolini play I taught them. What's that? Everybody piles on the star quarterback on the first play, and then he's out for the rest of the game.
Oh, honey. Now, I know it's a very important vegetable to you, but I'm really stuffed.
And stick your finger in it. Come on, I don't...
It up for you until 2 in the morning, and you still weren't home.
Oh, yeah, Gertie and I and some of the girls went to Wolfie's to pick up guys.
I called Wolfie's at 11. You weren't there.
Guess who got lucky?
Oh, God.
He was a man who brought joy into the lives of all he touched.
I have the feeling he touched every behind.
Fidel Santiago lived life.
Excuse me, Father. Hold that thought.
General terms, and I make up wild, crazy names for my patients, so there's no way she could know who I was talking about.
Yeah, but nevertheless...
Oh, my God, I'm in the way. I can go in the kitchen. Why don't I go in the kitchen? You know, I used to worry that I would miss something, but that was before Richie. He's making me so unneurotic. Don't talk about me, it'll kill me.
Sophia has men chasing her, and I can't even get one to write me a letter.
You want Billy, you got him. What's wrong with him? There's nothing wrong with him. Okay, so he's 90. He has the profile of a tom turkey, and his butt hits his heels when he walks. He thinks he can pull it off because he wears an ascot and a joint.
Oh, Blanche, you've done enough. I'll get it.
I'll help you.
You're a delightful man. You know, he has the most positive attitude of anyone I have ever met.
And he's wearing the cutest little gray suit I think I've ever seen.
Finally arrives. I bend down to kiss his ring. Just then, security comes and whisks him away. He leaves the ring behind as a memento.
Ma, you stole the Pope's ring?
It slipped off. You know, for God's representative on earth, he sure has sweaty palms.
But it's a dream come true.
I don't understand.
You should have that printed on a T-shirt. We're opening the old business again. A $1 million idea deserves a second chance.
Ma, come on, you're both over 80. Starting a business is hard work.
Yeah, for amateurs, but we've already done
For 17 straight days in a rocking chair marathon. Of course, she couldn't have done it without the moral support of her children and her husband and his cattle prod.
Okay, that's it. Drink this. It's a secret potion from the old country, guaranteed to put you to sleep.
Looks like milk.
2 smart-mouth New York lawyers. So one thing led to another, and, well, Big Daddy and his friends ended up sort of skimming them across Higgins Pond. It was all in good fun. At least that was their defense. Anyway, that was the night Prohibition started.
But he didn't have the wisdom to know that family members shouldn't allow themselves to grow apart. Because when this day comes, they can no longer tell each other how they care. If he'd had that wisdom, he could have shared it with me, and I would have...
Figured 5 Halloweens, it'll pay for itself. Hope you brought your appetite, young fella. I know you're going to be pleased with the dinner. Corn pone, succotash, collard greens, and then it's just the appetizers. Sorry to interrupt everybody, but I haven't enough...
I want, and it scares me. I keep waiting for a knock at the door. Hi, it's me, failure. And I'm scared to face it alone. What I'm trying to say is, I need your help, Dorothy, like I did when we were together. So, what do you think?
Order. Each generation improves upon it in some way. Like, for instance, it was my great-grandmother who added heat. What did you add, Sophia? A mouthful of wine.
I think Big Daddy would want you... I want you to have this.
Blanche, I don't know what to say. This isn't the right music box.
That's the only music box there is.
The music box I gave your father.
Tight, so he's got a belt like Baryshnikov.
There he is. Dorothy, can I ask you a question? What do you think I ought to do with my bed?
Put it in the Smithsonian, Blanche. It has more miles on it than the spirit of St. Louis.
But you all come to Charleston and live with me. You know we couldn't do that. Of course you can. It's all settled. I don't want to hear another word. Why, you know it's an old Southern tradition for the beautiful married daughter to take in her pathetic spinster sister.
Oh. Sophia, I came to get you.
Forget it. You kissed this pleasure palace goodbye when you stole that money.
Come on, get ready. You're going with me. I've got a brand new Harley Davidson out in the driveway.
I didn't know you could ride a motorcycle.
Can't. I pushed it
The route. Okay. This is Mrs. Taylor. You'll get along with her just fine. 2 things. 1, compliment her cat, and 2, Jews control the planet.
Got it.
Oh, hi, Fluffy. Looking good. Rose was telling us about this secret date tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Rose has something called a date, Dorothy. How can I explain this? You remember years ago when you went to a restaurant and a man pulled out your chair?
To make it up to you.
Give me $100.
Make it 50.
Done. I love you. But they always died.
I see what you mean. They needed their freedom.
No, they needed their air. I always forgot to punch holes in the lid. The point is, it's the same with all magical moments. You can't capture them forever, no matter what Kodak tells you.
So what you're saying, Ma, is that...
Relax, Sophia. It's just a piece of property where Dorothy and I talked about retiring someday.
Wait a minute, Stan. I can't sign this now.
Oh, come on, babe. I thought everything was agreed.
But this has to be signed in front of a notary public. And don't call me babe.
Darn. Can you meet me in the notary's tomorrow?
Do I have a choice?
You're beautiful.
That's not what I meant, exactly. No, she's going to the Bahamas with the college interviewer she met this afternoon.
Honey, why don't you speak to one of the nurses?
We'll come with you.
Oh, no, just continue with your little sing-along.
Kirsten, listen.
Leave her alone, pussycat. She's scared.
I'm scared, too. Why does it always have to take something like this to make us realize how much we take life for granted?
Oh, amen to that. I used to, but...
Give me your pearls, Ma. I need you to stay off my back.
What? What'd I do?
I am going out with a new man tonight, and he is not Italian.
Oh, who is he, Dorothy?
Oh, his name is Glenn O'Brien.
Where'd you meet him? His name is O'Brien, 2-to-1. She met him at a gin mill.
No, he's a teacher at the school where I...
Sophia, wait a minute.
Blanche, will you calm down? I have never seen you so worked up over one date.
Dorothy, I let this gorgeous man slip through my fingers once before. I don't intend to let it happen again.
Look, she was going for it.
Rose, just because you had one bad experience doesn't mean you shouldn't confront Dr. Norgan now. You were taken advantage of.
Blanche, I was groggy, and I'm not 100% sure he did it. And as far as being taken advantage of, look who's talking.
Everybody loves him.
You sit right down here, Angelo. I got a surprise for you, Zabayoni. Your favorite.
Sophia.
And that's the new batch.
Point, Dorothy. The point is, for the second time in 2 days, I have been thrown over for a younger woman. I can't compete anymore.
Oh, honey, of course you can.
Well, you just have to compete in a different way, like with intelligence and charm.
I don't know those ways, Rose, and I'm too old to learn.
I don't get it. When we're on the dance floor, it feels like we're made for each other. But tonight, with all these brilliant friends at the party, I felt like a fish out of water. Oh, sure, I didn't flop around on the floor with my eyes bulging out, gasping for air. I haven't done that at a party because Blanche is going to sell the house and we can't live together.
No, I'm upset because Joe Piscopo didn't get the lead role in Rain Man.
Oh, of course I'm upset about the house. Ma, it's 2 a.m. Where have you been?
I stuffed pillows under the sheets so I could fool you during bed check. What is, do I look like a woman who beats her laundry on a rock? I meant you should move here to Miami.
Oh, that's a great idea. Angela, you would love Miami.
Angela, what do you say?
Oh, I don't know. I'm too old to pick up and move to a strange country.
What are you talking about? Before your husband died, you lived here for 30 years.
I don't know.
Oh, come